Troy Aikman is leaving Fox.
Whoa, crazy.
This guy said, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I will see you later. Now, Troy Aikman's name, and I think we might have a little bit more inside information in this entire thing than most people, because there is a new platform that is being developed with the NFL. They are a digital platform. They are Amazon. Okay, we have had conversations with Amazon where there has been rumors about who's going to Amazon, what's going to Amazon. I don't think an Amazon list has officially been made of who's going to be the Amazon network. I'm not sure. But there was indications at one point that not from Amazon, but from the entire, whenever I'm lucky to be in those conversations, you hear what other people think other people are doing. Right. So there's like a lot of, we're thinking this is going to happen, so this is going to happen. Troy was linked to Amazon very early.
Yeah.
Him and Al Michaels were linked to Amazon very, very, very early. It was like, holy shit, Amazon's coming in a big way. They're bringing Al Michaels in. They're bringing Troy Aikman. It was all hearsay. Amazon never said this, but this is what everybody was assuming was going to take place. Then Troy Aikman gave an interview a couple weeks ago where he said the numbers of how many people are watching games do matter, because in my eyes, that means how many people are interested in the game. And the only people that are interested in games are good games. So that means you're getting good games. That Fox crew, Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, they've gotten good games a lot. That primetime 4 o'clock spot gets good games. Sunday Night Football gets good games. There's other crews that get shit games.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Shit games nobody cares about. That's why the one crew is the one crew. You kind of get to pick and choose. Now, Monday Night Football has been different. They don't get to flex those games. Thursday Night Football, you don't get to flex those games. And it going to Amazon, going to digital, everybody's assuming the numbers are going to be down. There's still going to be millions and millions of people watching, but it will be nowhere near the number that it would bring in on Fox, which is on every single television, no matter how smart the TV is, how dumb the TV is. Fox is on there. So that was a question that was asked to Troy Aikman. And when he said the numbers would kind of, be something he thinks about, because the numbers would be indicative of how important the games were, that was kind of an interesting thing for me to read, because it was like, oh, I thought this was already a done deal, him going to Amazon. It sounds like he is not there yet. He's actually throwing out some reasons on why he wouldn't go to Amazon. I'm like, I didn't know we're there. Then there was a report that ESPN might try to get Al Michaels from Amazon as a deal is wrapping up or imminent potentially with Amazon. It's like, holy shit, Amazon doesn't have Al Michaels. Troy Aikman's saying, hey, I'm not going to go there. So it really started leading to the next questions. Okay, so what is Amazon going to do?
Yeah. Plan B.
What is Amazon going to do if this is the case? But I still felt that this was all a leverage play. I thought Troy was saying the number thing as a leverage play contractually for Amazon. I thought Al Michaels being reported to potentially going to ESPN, I thought it was a leverage play. I thought this was all for negotiating reasons. And yesterday, Troy Aikman, $17.5 million a year, 5 years, going to do Monday Night Football. Congrats to Troy Aikman.
Let's go, Troy.
Listen, obviously, Joe and Troy are a crew that we enjoy here. And I know some people hate Joe.
Yeah.
Some people hate Troy as well because they've been around for a long time. They've had to call the worst moments of your team's existence.
Right.
Their voices are the soundtrack to some of your worst memories. So there's some people that naturally do not like any of the commentators because they either hate their team or love their team. As somebody that has just watched and listen to what people were saying and how they're saying. Like, I think Joe and Troy are very consistent. I think they call out stuff. I think they talk about refs being bad. I think they're rather relatable. Troy's got beer.
Yeah.
What? I mean, he's doing that entire, that's, by the way, choreographed.
Very much so.
So that whole thing happens there. But in my eyes, I thought he was going to Amazon. Now he's setting the table at $17.5 million. What did Romo get, 17?
17.
He's getting 17.5. So he said, I'll go over. It's Monday Night Football. It's the biggest show in town. You guys need a change. We all know that. No offense to Levy, Greasy, or Riddick, but offense to Greasy, Levy, and Riddick because what they just did to Troy Aikman and also everybody else at ESPN, by the way.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to go to Fox to actually get this thing fixed. We're going to pluck him out of there, and Troy is an OG. But him signing that deal resets the market for everybody.
Yep.
Resets probably strategies for some places. And now the question is, who will be the play-by-play?
Yeah.
Who will be the person that replaces him at Fox? Joe Buck is allegedly potentially getting looked at to maybe be on the move.
Yeah.
So then they're talking about maybe Sean Payton, maybe Greg Olson, maybe whoever Drew going Brees in there. Maybe Drew Brees is getting traded out of NBC. I mean, it is just all hell is breaking loose. And if you're one of these commentators or one of these big names, you have to feel pretty good about the spot that you're sitting in right now. Troy is going to make Monday Night Football better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
Okay, that is who's the play-by-play, and how does this have ripple effects everywhere else? Is the question now that you have to ask.
Yeah, I have no idea who Troy, maybe if he wants to be with someone, if they bring him in, but like Collinsworth, you think he might get plucked? Go to be Bucks guy now? Like a lot of plug and plays?
Because, what's his name's waiting at
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees and
Tirico.
Tirico.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Tirico. Somebody mentioned Tirico getting traded. It was like, no, Tirico. Now Michael's leaving. Now Tirico's finally doing Sunday Night Football, so he's going there. And I know this is probably much more important to our worlds than everybody else's worlds, but these are the voices of the NFL. And whenever you hear a terrible broadcasting crew, you should not have to mute an NFL game.
Exactly.
Especially if it's the only one that's on.
Yeah, a prime time.
Well, not just prime time, but also like if you're forced to any NFL game, you should not have to mute it because the people that are talking.
Yeah.
$100 and some billion, okay, going into this. You should be able to watch a game alongside. They should take that serious. Like the people you're putting in to voice that thing, they do take serious, obvious. I got a D score by one of the consultants.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
In the Lions Packers game, Week 17, no playoff implications on the line for anybody.
Rodgers got hurt on
Aaron
the
Rodgers
first
got hurt on the
drive.
second play.
Still
It was 10
trending.
degrees. Training for like 7-8 hours.
Yep.
Yeah, Prater threw a touchdown. I got a D by them. So they do take it very serious. Not by Fox, by their a consultant of the booth. So there is a lot that goes into play. But there's some people that are just god awful and should not be calling plays or games. And then there's some people that are obviously separating for themselves from everybody else, and they're about to get broken off everywhere.
You want to talk about a huge ripple effect? A lot of people went over to the Mannings last year because of muting the main broadcast. Like if Troy's there, I'm going to want to listen to Troy.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Mannings are signed through 2024 now, too.
Yeah, they
which
signed a
is
2-year deal. I wonder what their money's worth for that deal. And it probably goes into the Peyton places and
Right.
Eli's
places and Hope's places.
What?
Yep.
Happy Wombacks.
Places.
Yeah, right.
All, everybody's that it's probably a bundle package in that entire thing. But if they get a great crew, which it seems like they're going to, no matter who the play-by-play person is, Troy will be able to save somebody. That is an interesting dynamic there on watching those back-to-back.
And I don't think they're going to do that, right? They just showed like, hey, we're gonna commit to this thing. We're going to spend a lot of money on it. I don't know why you would, reset the market and pay Troy the most ever and then nickel and dime who's going to be doing the play-by-play. I think he's going to have a pretty big say in that. But it is interesting because we weren't talking about ESPN at all. Like this wasn't even a possibility that Troy was going to leave Fox and go to ESPN to do Monday Night
He's
Football.
going to Amazon.
Yeah.
Troy was going to
right,
Amazon.
exactly. And the fact that, I think all of us were just like, oh, I guess, Levy, Riddick, and Greasy are just going to do Monday Night Football again. But,
It's a big deal.
It's awesome.
By the way, what's Amazon going to do?
Who
question.
knows?
Good question.
They might be.
What are you going to do? I'm like pretty interested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
I'm
might
like
be screwed.
I'm pretty intrigued.
And I wonder if they thought that, hey, it was a done deal. We're going to have Al and Troy, and we're going to be able to just pick up and run and go with it, and people are going to tune in because that'll be the best booth in football.
The people at Amazon, by the way, I enjoy the humans that I've talked to. But I have asked a couple questions like, season's coming up, right?
Yeah.
Like, what are you guys going to do?
What's the plan here?
What,
30 weeks away.
It's not that far out.
No.
You guys are launching an entire network almost. They'll figure it out. And there's a lot of people that are retired that are signing deals with people. Tom Brady might want to get in.
Yeah.
I mean, you have no idea what's
Al and Pat.
There's no.
Pat would be
I can't call games.
unbelievable.
I can't call games.
Why not?
Not yet. Have to be done with this show to call games, because that's like a 3-day, 4-day thing.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to
Yeah.
travel out there. And I've appreciated everybody that has tweeted. It's not as many as they have in the past. A lot of people have tweeted like, "Oh, you should be getting that gig." It's like, nah, I have zero wants to do that gig after doing Thursday Night Football in a remote setting. traveling
Full-time
around
job.
those towns. Yeah, it is a lot of travel, a lot of work. And I appreciate the fact that Troy Aikman is like, you're going to have to pay me $17.5 million. You want me to do this?
Yeah, and now Al Michaels. I mean, he should say you're going to have to pay me $25 million to Amazon, because without Al Michaels, that Amazon broadcast
And is Al Michaels even there yet?
Right.
yeah, it
We don't
doesn't
even
seem
know.
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.